I've got a question for you. Did you know that this is the last time Notre Dame played in the Sugar Bowl? Ah, but you say Marcus Freeman was not the head coach? Then, well, to that I ask, what are you trying to do? Win the argument. Marcus Freeman was a defensive coordinator at the time, which means he was in charge of the defense that gave up 34 points and 425 total yards to a 10-point underdog South Carolina team. That was an unmitigated disaster. But if you want to know what makes Notre Dame the next to Alabama, it starts with Marcus Freeman. Freeman brings the same energy as Nick Saban, demanding excellence from his players and never accepting anything less than their best. He recruits at a high level and has a knack for getting the most out of his players. And when you combine that with a pro-style offense run by one of the best coordinators in college football, the results are going to be very, very good. The Irish are loaded for the next few seasons, especially on defense where they might be reloading rather than rebuilding. All signs point to Notre Dame being a perennial playoff contender. But are they the next Alabama? Well, I hate to break it to you, but they are not. And I'll tell you why, right after I tell you about today's video sponsor. Now back to the show. There's a reason Georgia is the #1 team in the country, and it has nothing to do with the competition they've had played so far. It has everything to do with who they are, what they do, and how they do it. They read physical on both sides of the ball, and they play with a relentless energy that wears teams down as the game goes on. Their defense is dominant, and their offense is efficient. If there's one thing holding them back, it's their kicker. But they don't really need a kicker anyway, because their defense is so good. Now, I know you're thinking, why are you talking about Georgia? We're talking about Notre Dame. Well, hear me out. Marcus Freeman was a defensive coordinator at Georgia before becoming the head coach at Notre Dame. He learned under the best in the business. And if you want to know what the blueprint for a modern-day dynasty looks like, it's what Kirby Smart is doing in Athens. Georgia is the only program in the country that can legitimately lay claim to being the next Alabama. And frankly, they probably already are the next Alabama. So, if you're a Notre Dame fan, don't get too excited just yet. You have a long way to go before you reach the top of the mountain. Texas is overrated. Look, I'm sorry, but it's true. The Longhorns have a lot of hype right now, but they haven't done anything to actually earn it. Beating Alabama in overtime at home is impressive, but let's be honest, the Longhorns got lucky. Texas was outplayed by Alabama in every phase of the game except one: special teams. They were outgained by nearly 200 yards and had almost twice as many penalties. Luck was not on their side in that game, and if the Tide hadn't gone conservative in the red zone, the outcome could have been very different. The fact of the matter is, Texas is a good team, but they're not a great team. They don't have the talent or the coaching to compete with the elite programs in the country. They're a solid Big 12 team, but they're not a national championship contender. Sorry, Steve Sarkisian, but you're not on the same level as Nick Saban or Dabo Swinney. Your team may make a bowl game this year, but they're not going to win it all. Don't let the hype fool you. Texas is overrated. Let's take a look at some highlights from Notre Dame's 56-27 win over North Carolina State. Can you feel the passion? Can you feel the excitement? Can you feel the electricity in the air? How about some Georgia highlights? What about some Texas highlights? Now, it's obvious which team is the real deal here. So there you have it. Georgia is the only realistic next Alabama. Notre Dame is still a few years away, and Texas is overrated. Thanks for watching. Go Irish! Go Dogs! And don't forget to like and subscribe.